These days, even the lowest priced sewing machines offer some sort of automatic buttonhole stitching function. It might be a one-step or a four-step function, but it's typically straightforward to use and produces nice-looking buttonholes. Sometimes, though, you don't have this option. You might need an extra long buttonhole that exceeds the size your automatic foot can accommodate. Or you may want an extra small, fine buttonhole. In that case, you can machine sew buttonholes manually. All you need is a machine with an adjustable zigzag stitch. I'll show you how. Begin by marking the buttonhole on the fabric. Make a rectangle that's the desired buttonhole length by 1/8 inch wide. I like to use a FriXion pen. Once the buttonhole is complete, press it lightly with a hot iron and the marks disappear. Set your machine for a straight stitch with a short length, about 1.6 millimeters. Set the needle in its center position and sew around the buttonhole, starting on the left side. Use the presser foot center mark as a guide to follow the marked edges. Stop with the needle down. Pivot around to your starting position. Leave the foot down and lift the needle. Then prepare to stitch the left side. Set the machine for a zigzag stitch, 0.4 millimeters long by 2 millimeters wide. These settings produce a fairly standard buttonhole, but you can experiment with different stitch lengths and widths depending on your fabric. Center the presser foot on the left stitched line and zigzag the length of this side. At the end, raise the needle, but don't move the presser foot yet. Change the zigzag settings to 0.4 millimeters long by 5 millimeters wide. The bar tack needs to span both buttonhole sides, so make its width twice the width of the sides, plus at least 0.5 millimeters. Now lift the presser foot just a bit and shift the fabric to the left, just far enough so the foot is centered between the buttonhole sides. Stitch about 4 or 5 wide zigzag stitches to create a bar tack. Stop with the needle down. Lift the presser foot and pivot the work 180 degrees. Lower the presser foot. Raise the needle and reset the stitch to the narrow zigzag width. Lift the presser foot and reposition the work to center the foot on the remaining mark. Stitch to the end of the second side. Stop with the needle up and reset to the wider zigzag, centering the foot between the buttonhole sides, and stitch the final bar tack. Remove the work from the machine and cut the threads, leaving a few inches of thread tails. You can pull the top thread to the wrong side and knot the ends for security. Now you can sew buttonholes of any size with even a very basic machine.